Tonight, special guest shark, billionaire creator of the GoPro camera, Nick Woodman, returns to the tank.
I think this is awesome.
In the tank, entrepreneurs seek an investment to start, grow, or save their business.
Oh yeah.
Sweet! If the sharks hear a great idea,
You have got something here.
they'll invest their own money
This is like the ultimate toy to me.
and fight each other for a deal.
Oh, come on. This will go great on QVC.
Oh my God!
But the entrepreneurs must get the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
Just like that? Boom.
I can't decide if this is nut bar factor 6.2 or you have something here.
So disappointed in you right now.
Who are the sharks? They're self-made business experts worth billions. Kevin O'Leary is a shrewd venture capitalist who made his fortune selling a children's educational company for over $4 billion. Damon John dominated the fashion world with FUBU. Now he's the branding expert behind multiple global brands generating billions in sales. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 400 products, grossing over $500 million in sales. Mark Cuban, renowned billionaire tech mogul and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. And Nick Woodman, creator of the GoPro camera, turned his product into a consumer and media empire worth more than $8 billion. First into the tank is a reimagination of a 5,000-year-old invention.
Hello Sharks, my name is David Patrick and this is my business partner Zach Fleischman. And we're here today seeking $100,000 in exchange for 5% of our company, Shark Wheel.
This is the wheel, and it's been around for over 5,000 years. But if you think about it, the current wheel has many limitations. For example, thin wheels are fast, but they don't grip well. And wide wheels grip, but they're slow and heavy. Why can't we have one wheel that just does it all? After 5,000 years, I think we deserve an upgrade. But unfortunately, no one's been able to figure it out. Not Einstein, not Da Vinci, and not even you, Mr. Wonderful.
But I did. I reinvented the wheel, literally. I came up with a mathematically balanced design that's based on a cube. Now I know you're going to think, how could a design based on a cube even roll? But take a look. We discovered that not only did our wheel roll, it rolled better than a traditional wheel. We came up with a wheel that's faster, has more grip, lasts longer, and goes over virtually any terrain.
But we wouldn't be naive enough to show up with just an idea.
We started out to prove our wheel was the best by going into one of the largest consumer wheel industries, skateboard wheels. And the Shark wheel is winning rave reviews. Our wheels are faster, have better grip, and are smoother over any sort of pavement, something no other wheel can do. But this is just one of the industries that we're in. This is our skateboard wheel. This is the wheel that we're selling worldwide right now. It's one of the fastest wheels on the market. Coming up now is our mid-size wheel. This is on a stroller. It makes the stroller easier to push. Next up, this is our large-size wheel. This goes on any terrain, through sand, through mud, through grass, and it just looks awesome. Sharks, I want to welcome you to what is nothing less than the reinvention of the wheel.
Is this for real?
Can I get up and pull it? Because when I watched her pulling
it looks wobbly.
it looked to me, right, it looks wobbly, and it looks like it actually doesn't glide smoother.
Let me try this one.
And I mean, it's bizarre. But actually, this does feel very, very, very light.
Please, get on.
I just had my ACL replaced.
Feel this,
As much as
right?
I want to ride that thing.
Well, you know, I hate to be a killjoy, but as I push this, it's going like this.
That's a prototype. We do have to unfortunately explain for the tread on it. The only thing we have that is our production wheels are the skateboard wheels, and I defy anyone to go on those and see anything other than perfection.
You understand the why we're testing
Absolutely,
these,
and I want you to.
to reinvent the wheel is a big
We're
thing.
super proud of what we are. We know this is our marquee product that we've already fleshed out, and we're ready to go into these. We've got big deals working. I'm dying to talk about it.
Have you been selling anywhere?
Yes, we've been selling the wheels worldwide through the internet.
I'm trying to figure out, does the world need this solution? The big premise of your presentation when you came out is that the 5,000-year-old wheel is defective in some way.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the regular wheel, but there's millions of different types of wheels. The geometry of our wheel gives us the equivalent of a skinny tire when it's just running on a hard pavement, but a fat tire when it starts to slip. We last longer, and we're faster. This shape, one little shape, it's a perfect circle, a perfect sphere, a perfect cube, a square, and, a sine wave.
But the question is, who cares?
Okay, well, in the skateboard industry, there's a number one thing that happens. Hit a rock, you're going over it.
Would you not go over if you hit a rock with that?
No rocks, no problem. We just go right over them like butter.
How did you come up with this? Are you a scientist?
I have no degrees. I have none of the things that would normally lead you to be who I am.
Not a problem.
But it ended up, this huge idea hits me.
So Dave, the sales so far are basically on the skateboard, right?
Yes, 100%. This is our first product that we came to market
And how
with.
many have you sold?
We sold over 4,000 units
many
of
dollars
just our
is that?
skateboard wheel. That's $183,000.
Really?
In 4 months.
How much you making them for and how much you selling them for?
Make them for 12, sell them for 69. The meatiest part of this is we haven't talked about industrial uses. Bugaboo strollers came to us.
We're doing a deal with a Razor scooter.
I can't decide if this is nut bar factor 6.2 or you have something here. I don't know. But here's how I'm going to structure the deal to reflect my concern that you're nut bar factor 6.2. All right? Because this is definitely a royalty deal. Here's how it's going to work. I'm going to give you $100,000. You're going to pay me 10% of revenue until I make back $500,000. Then the royalty disappears. But to keep me engaged and in love with you, you're going to give me 2.5% of the company today. That way I care about you at least a little bit.
Thank you for your offer. We really appreciate it.
So this could be great, but I got up, I wheeled them around, but they were a little wobbly. Also, watching them, kind of dizzying for me. I am out.
Really appreciate that. Thank you.
You know what? I'm where Kevin's at. I think that you guys are either crazy or geniuses. I'll give you $100,000 for 20%, and I'll take over all the licensing for you. But contingent on you showing me real paper from the companies you mentioned with real offers, and I will put my licensing division to work.
I have no contingencies. You're either nuts or we're going to make a lot of money together.
But I'm going to go to work.
But he wants his money back.
I always want my money back.
Okay, so I will offer you $100,000 for 15%. However, my contingency is I need to have a couple of my buddies take this thing for a rip downhilling, and if they sign off on it, then that's my diligence.
So you have 3 offers. Only one has no contingencies.
We do have investors in. We've raised $603,000 to date.
When were you going to tell us that?
Now, 3 of the investors came in at a $10 million valuation.
Guys,
So
listen,
you have 3
my
offers
BS
on the
meter is
table.
going through the roof right now. You've already raised money. You didn't tell us to the last minute. You got so many people around you. I'm getting scared right now. So I'm taking my offer off the table. I'm out.
Just like that? Boom, gone.
Two sharks are out. David and Zach have 2 offers for their reinvention of the wheel, the Shark Wheel. Kevin's offer is $100,000 for a 2.5% stake, plus a 10% royalty until he makes back $500,000. And Nick's offer is $100,000 for a 15% stake.
So, as often happens in the Shark Tank, the waters can get choppy. And I think because I'm interested in this, I don't know what Cuban's doing yet, I'm going to reach out to Nick and say, hey, listen, rather than compete with you, why don't you join me in my deal? But unfortunately, we're going to need 5% equity, 2.5 each, because I know he won't get up either unless he gets at least 2.5. So, what I would do is provide a little bit more dough, okay? Raise it up to $150,000, we'll go 50-50 if you're on board for this, $75K to you.
All right. I like that. I'll do that deal.
You coming in with me on this?
I'll come in with you on it.
All right, we got 2 now.
What if I came in, Kevin? And we do it 3 ways.
Definitely. Let's do it 3 ways. That way there's no competition. All right, now you've got 3 sharks. Here's how it's going to work. $225,000 for 7.5% of your company. We're going to split it 3 ways, 2.5% each. The 10% royalty remains in place until we recoup $500,000, which we're also going to split 3 ways. Very simple deal for you to decide on right now.
Deal. It's exactly what we wanted. And let me tell you something, guys. That is the deal we wanted.
Congratulations.
I just love, doing deals with you guys because it closes while I'm still trying to figure out the damn structure.
What's happening?
What was the deal again?
We just went into the Shark Tank. We told them that we reinvented the wheel. We got called a little crazy, but we walked out with the 3 best partners we could have ever hoped for.
This season, we've seen Shark Tank reach amazing new heights.
welcome to the White House.
My husband and I are thrilled to celebrate with all of you at Shark Tank.
With Shark Tank and the White House working together, we can inspire a whole new generation of entrepreneurs. You guys have hit the big time.
This really shows you the power of Shark Tank. It's just an amazing American success story.
Even you couldn't have predicted this kind of breakout success.
No, but it's taught all of us what a platform Shark Tank is. It's proven the American dream is still alive.
You're by the plane, on the cheat day here in the city of Cincinnati.
In the year leading up to Shark Tank, we've done $1 million in sales. It's been 2 years now, and we've grossed over 14 million. Since we debuted a year and a half ago, we have grossed over $10 million in sales.
Not even a year later, we have over 6.5 million in sales.
Within just 10 minutes on QVC, we sold out of all 32,000 units.
We'd like to make a final offer in the amount of $14.5 million.
The Groove Book deal is the largest deal ever in Shark Tank history. It's a dream come true.
The match for a small business is bringing in the right team.
Not only have our sales been growing, but our tip sales team is too. We've hired 2 new developers and a team of internet marketing consultants.
We had to move into this new facility. We went from 8 employees to 32, and we've also been able to hire a lot of veterans, so we're pretty proud of that.
We're going to make a lot of money together.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Shark Tank has changed our entire business. It's not just our brand, it's Sunstashes alongside Marvel. It's amazing.
Welcome to the mountains. Shark Tank proves that if you have a great idea and you're willing to work like crazy, your dream can come true.
I am beyond thankful for my Shark Tank experience. It has given me the ability to build the company I've always seen in my head.
Seeing my bow ties and naming marquees makes me feel like I arrived. Since coming on Shark Tank, everything has changed in my life.
I get to do something I love. I get to make families insanely happy. I truly do have one of the best jobs in the U.S.
We're living proof that 3 guys with a dream and an idea to go a long way.
We hope to continue to make a difference in the world. We chased our dreams, and now we're seeing them come true. It's a beautiful feeling.
Next up is a unique business for animal lovers.
That's pretty cute.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Adriana Montano, and I have a catalicious idea called Gato Cafe. And I'm seeking $100,000 in exchange of 20%. Imagine going to a cafe just to read a book, have a cup of coffee, and have a kitty on your lap. With Gato Cafe, I can make that dream a reality. I know you may think this idea is crazy, but actually, cat cafes are popping up all around the world. I want to open the first cat cafe in Florida, where even you, Mr. Wonderful, can come in, have a cup of coffee, and relax from your busy day. Our patrons can enjoy all the benefits that cats provide, from their entertaining playtime activities to their ability to improve our health and reduce stress. So, Sharks, who's my perfect partner?
Are you going to pass around the samples?
Absolutely, here.
Kitty.
This one is Barber.
Barber.
Yes. That one is Plucky. And that one that you're holding, Lori, is Salon. The mama is called Scissors.
So where are these ghetto cafes going to be?
So actually in Boca Raton, Florida. It's a very diverse area. South Florida, you have Fort Lauderdale, you have Miami.
Not gonna hurt
It's okay,
himself.
he's a kitty. He can
He's a
jump.
kitty, he can jump.
You know what? Hope you're successful beyond your wildest dreams, but I'm out.
You're out?
I'm out.
Just before you say out, though, before any of you say out, these cats actually are rescue cats. They're all going to be up for adoption. So you're not really telling me out. You're telling them out.
I love you kitties, but I'm out.
What floor of the building would this cafe be on? Ground level or high up?
I should hope ground level. I mean, it's Florida. You cannot really have that much.
I was just thinking, if it was high up, you could open the window. You wouldn't have a cat problem anymore.
Kevin, I am so disappointed in you right now.
How do you make money with this?
You actually have to pay to come into the cat cafe. There is a fee to actually spend time with the kitties. Sorry, they're so cute.
How is it different than like a pet store or,
Because you actually get the chance to sit down, have a cup of coffee, a baked good,
How much is the entry fee?
$9.
All right.
Are there any, restrictions here in America regarding serving food
Yes.
around animals roaming freely?
Yes, there is. And in Florida, a food establishment is not really considered a food establishment if it only serves beverages and prepackaged food.
How many square feet is this store?
Well, I don't have a store yet. This is just a concept.
You want to have a concept where rescue cats will be in one place And people could come in for $9, spend time with the cat, maybe have a Danish and a coffee or a glass of wine. My question is, why would somebody pay to do that when technically they could go to an anti-cruelty society and actually spend time with the cats there?
Because it's not a very nice environment to go.
It's not a nice
it's very
environment,
depressing.
Yeah.
I have 5 years of experience in an animal nonprofit solely dedicated to cats. What I've learned there is that 70% of cats that go into shelters get killed. So this will be different because you're not going to be in a facility where the animals are going to get killed.
I think that you have got something here. I think this is awesome. I've got 3 boys, and we don't have any animals in the house, and they would want to go all the time. You know what the most viewed videos on YouTube are?
Kitties.
Yeah. You want to know the #1 viewed video on the GoPro channel? A fireman saving a cat.
Whether I'm proud of it or not, I actually represent a cat named Tara the Hero Cat, and Tara the Hero Cat became a YouTube sensation from saving a little boy from getting mauled by a dog. There are a lot of these popping up. A paid program like this in Japan is huge. These things are all over the place.
In California, they're opening 3 this year.
3 cat cafes?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they are.
But the challenge here that I see is you don't have an established property. So as an investor, how can we give you the $100,000 for 20% when we can probably put up $150,000 and own 100% of it?
That's a good point.
Well, I have the expertise. I'm up for negotiation. It doesn't
You
have
have
to be...
expertise running a cafe with cats in it? You know, I have a long history with cats.
Oh my God, I have a feeling that's not going to be good.
No,
you
you're going to like this
jump
story, and
out of a
thank goodness
building.
you've met me. In my 2nd year of college, I wanted to be a marketer, so I ended up with a job for Miss Mew Cat Food and Dr. Ballard's Dog Food. I got a letter from a woman who had a 23-year-old cat named Fluffy. Fluffy had been raised her entire life off Dr. Ballard's Dog Food. Fluffy had no hair left, no teeth.
Aw, Fluffy.
It made me realize I didn't really like cats that much. For that reason, I'm out.
I'll still secretly like you.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's great that you're trying to save and rescue cats. I think it's an admirable mission. Keep going with it. I'll be watching, but at the moment, I'm out.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
So Adriana, you are absolutely on point with where you're going. I love the fact that you want to save animals, that I would love to do this deal with you, but right now, as a business, it's not there yet. So I'm out.
Okay.
So I think people are going to want to come to your cafe that love cats. And if you had one of these in my hometown, I would go there all the time. I think the challenge is it's a concept.
It is a concept.
And so, to Damon's point, any one of us, if we thought this was great, could go find somebody in our hometown to go put one together as a concept store, see how it goes, and then scale the thing out. So, for that reason, I'm out. But go get out on loan, go find a great place with a great location, good foot traffic, and I think you'll succeed, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Believe it or not, this is really a hot spot.
It is a hot spot.
My wife and kids would go there at least a couple times a week.
Not getting a deal means that it's going to take a little bit longer, but it will definitely going to happen. When I open a cat cafe in Florida, it's going to be huge. It's going to explode. So they really missed out.
Next into the tank is an innovation in personal transportation.
Oh yeah. Now you're talking.
That's an intro.
Hello, Sharks. I'm Joe Wilcox. My company is Sway Motorsports, and I'm seeking $300,000 for 10% of my company. This is Sway, a new angle on transportation. Compact, stylish, and of course, all electric. Sway is the thrill of a motorcycle with an added degree of safety, utility, and maneuverability that make it the perfect urban commuter. The secret is the patented Sway tilt control. This is an all-mechanical linkage that I've designed that allows the rider to control the tilt of the vehicle with their feet.
That's very cool.
While keeping battery mass ultra low for maximum stability. Let's take a look at Sway in action. So, because you can step into turns directly, you can enter turns tighter and turn faster than you can on a two-wheeler. Because you don't have to balance the vehicle, you can carry passengers and cargo. And unlike a two-wheeler, you can ride this vehicle on snow, mud, and ice, and you never have to put your feet down at a stop or in stop-and-go traffic. So Sharks, have a seat and be swayed.
Joe, are you going to tell us how much it costs to buy a Sway?
We're selling them on our website for $79.99 for the 60-mile-an-hour, 40-mile range version.
Do I buy that directly from you, or is there a dealership network?
So, right now, what we're seeking to do is find an OEM manufacturer with end-to-end supply chain and distribution channels, so it will be through a dealership, which is why we're now chasing a high-volume manufacturer. And we're in conversation with several high-volume manufacturers to license this idea.
How many pre-orders have you taken?
We now have deposits that represent our first $350,000 in pre-sales.
And when do you plan on delivering the first units?
And so that's really why we're here today. We could be to market within a year with the right manufacturer.
Did you design this yourself, or did you go to another maker and have them put it together for you?
No, I'm a maker, I'm a builder. For years, I've been a toy inventor at IDEO in Palo Alto, California. And I'm creating and designing and inventing toys for license within the toy industry.
What is IDEO?
IDEO is a global design consultancy that does user-centered design.
One of the top in the world.
You can walk the halls of major toy stores today and see my work.
This is like the ultimate toy to me for, men, women. Do you need a motorcycle operating license to operate this?
California and the European Union, because it has 3 wheels, you do not need a motorcycle license to ride Sway.
How much money have you invested so far to get to this prototype?
Total capital spent, I would say it's between $100,000 and $200,000.
Impressive.
Do you have any patents?
One of the biggest patent that we're super proud of is we take the battery mass of the vehicle and we use this bottom platform as an integrated stable storage platform in which batteries, chargers, controllers, all of that stuff goes. So there's no hardware in this top portion. That leaves it open for storage. It leaves it open for hardware attachments, all kinds of modular accessories.
So sorry, that's a patent?
That's a patent.
Putting everything down below?
Yes, sir.
How hard would it be for someone to get around your patents and achieve something similar?
A lot harder than working with us to license it.
Listen, you're a brilliant designer, you've proven track record. Obviously what you're doing is very innovative and it's interesting. The market that you're going after has been in development now for about a decade. But, this is sort of a binary decision for me. I basically buy an option for $300,000, and then I have to wait and see if you're successful in getting a distribution partner, a marketing partner, a manufacturing partner, because the only way I'll ever get my capital back is all 3 of those come together. And then on top of that, the market has to take off.
We're talking to over 5 manufacturers right now that are interested in doing this. They're reviewing this.
And for that reason, I'm out.
Thanks for the time. Yeah,
I think you got to be careful. It's a big hurdle to drive awareness of the accessibility, how easy it is to ride. Because a lot of people will look at this who would be intimidated by a motorcycle, and looking at this, it looks intimidating. I mean, I look at it and I say, sweet, I want to go rip this thing. Mm-hmm. But somebody who is not already going to ride a motorcycle isn't going to look at this and say, oh, I'm all over it. Getting the consumer to say, aha, that thing is for me.
Right.
I think a lot of those customers will already be inclined to ride a scooter or ride a motorcycle.
The wow factor, especially in San Francisco, are you kidding me? Every little tech kid.
Right. Yeah, but that's San Francisco.
You see the turning ability? Those old ladies in the casinos playing the penny slots will have these things all day long. Joe, one challenge I see is, of course, distribution. The next challenge I see is maintenance. This thing is going to be played with a lot. And how will people be able to, get the parts? Will they be able to get the parts? Who maintains it? I think there's a long, hard road to success with this. So I'm definitely a customer. But as for an investor, I'm out.
Well, thank you, Dan. We look forward to selling you one.
You remind me of early days at GoPro where I had my original invention and my dream was to license it to another company so they would go do all the work. Because I didn't know how to build a business around my idea, I just had the idea. And I actually was in license talks with Kodak, and they backed out and they didn't license it. And at the time I was disappointed, and boy was I lucky they didn't license it, because it forced me to go build GoPro. And this seems sort of like a similar opportunity. You're gonna make quite a bit less money if it's successful as a license than if you built a business yourself. You don't even need to sell that many for you to make
but you do need a capital investment. The difference
he does, but if he came in here...
Taking $200,000 and building cameras, which you were amazing at doing, right? Yeah. $200,000 doesn't get him through the first
got
door.
him this far, so he's obviously wicked smart.
Raising the capital won't be hard. The hard part is going to be taking the time to build the business that has the infrastructure to go do all the things you want to do.
Yeah, one of the strategies is to find a company that through licensing or joint venture, is going to help fund this.
Buying you.
Will eventually buy us.
That's where I agree with Nick, because if you're going to take it on and do it, just do it. This is a very binary product.
Yeah.
It's either a grand slam or it's nothing.
Yeah.
Right? I love it.
Thank you.
I mean, the challenge is, anybody's going to take my call, but I'm not going to be able to sit and have a conversation and explain it. I can get into all the weeds on tech, but I can't get into the weeds on this. And so for that reason, I'm out.
All right, thanks for
I think you're onto something. You're really passionate. You're wicked smart. You're obviously a very good designer. I think that you should really consider continuing to do what you do and then find people to help you build a business around yourself and slowly, organically build something.
Right.
But I'm out.
So the guy who would go rad and ham on this thing is out. But we do have the queen of QVC.
Waiting in the wings.
Oh yeah, this will go great on QVC.
Oh my God.
No, I see
I
you.
thought you were a nice guy.
I'm just kidding.
You know that I'm in retailers everywhere, and I think it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeehaw.
I'm not sure, what I could bring to the table to you besides the money, besides maybe making some calls where they would answer the phone, get a connection. You seem to be doing a lot of that yourself. And for that reason, I'm out.
Okay. So I mean, just to speak to some of these points.
Joe, at this point, it doesn't matter because all the sharks are out.
Okay. Well, I
I'm not
appreciate
saying
your time.
like everybody thought.
Joe, let me just tell you this.
Yeah.
There have been people who have stood there who have had second chances to come back.
Yeah.
Because they've taken their product and gotten it to the next level. All of us here at least consider being a customer. I know I would, right?
I am.
Get it to the next level and come on back.
I think we all think you're going to be successful. This is really awesome.
So why not invest? 300,000 is the figure that we know. There are no binary. Success is binary. If you won't invest 300,000 to make sure that we know exactly what we're going to do.
Joe, you got.
So make us no. Wait. So make me an offer.
Make you an offer.
Right, knowing that it's just money, cash money, because I'm not. I'll pick up the phone if I need to, but I don't know the industry. I don't know the people.
Okay, we would go 300,000 for 20%.
Done.
All right.
Congratulations. This is awesome, man.
That's great, Mark. I love you did that.
I'm excited.
You know, you're gonna be part of the news.
Oh, we're gonna make
buku bucks.
Joe, I haven't seen anybody give themselves mouth to mouth the way you just did.
Thanks, you guys.
Congrats,
man. Well, I shouldn't have gone 20. I should have gone 15. But that's okay. I thought they were gonna pull the plug on me.
Well, that was interesting, Mark.
That was
It's
great.
easy. It's just a question of, okay, if it's the right amount, then it's the risk reward, right?
But can I buy one from you at a discount?
No.
There goes your GoPro.
Hey, I'm Chris Ruder, and my company is Spikeball. I'm here in San Diego today for a Spikeball tournament. We've got 45 teams, and they are psyched to play today. The way I like to describe Spikeball is if volleyball and Foursquare had a baby, it would be called Spikeball. Spikeball is so much fun because it's so active, it's so competitive, there's strategy, a ton of trash talking, absolute blast to play. Spikeball started as a fun, casual backyard game, but it's becoming a competitive sport, especially on college campuses. Thanks for coming, everybody! Spikeball! Potential for Spikeball is limitless. There'll be sponsors, there'll be professional players. It will be the next great American sport. I know a lot of people may think I'm off my rocker by talking like that, but when we started this company, people thought we were crazy as well, and look where we are today. That's what you call Spikeball! We're hoping to blow Spikeball up. The Sharks, I believe, can help us get there. Hello Sharks, my name's Chris Ruder and I'm from Chicago. I'm here today looking for an investment of $500,000 in exchange for 10% of my company, Spikeball. Spikeball is poised to be the next great American sport. Like all great sports, Spikeball is very easy to learn, but really, really difficult to master. It can be a casual, fun backyard game, or it can be hardcore competition. Another great thing is Spikeball is ultra portable. So all you need is this ball, that net, and one of these backpacks, and you can take it absolutely anywhere. So standing to my right here in the black jerseys is Chico Spikeball. They have been the #1 ranked team in the country for over 12 months. These guys are just absolutely dominating. They're going to play a couple points against Tyro United. Now you're going to see in a second, they're going to serve the ball, basically just by bouncing it off the net towards Tyro. Now, just like in volleyball, Tyro has up to 3 hits between each other before they have to spike it back on the net. Now, they, of course, want to spike it so Chico can't get to it. If you can't get it on the net, the other team gets a point. First team to 21 wins. Once the ball is in play, there are no sides. All 4 players can run absolutely anywhere they want. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask the guys to come out here and play a couple points. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Who invented this game, you?
No, brought it back to life. So it was around back in 1989, and one of my good friends bought it at a toy store, and they and my older brother played a bunch and absolutely loved it. And about 10 years ago, the light bulb kind of went off. We went home and kind of did our homework, found out that the product had been off the market for like 15, 20 years.
So who owns Spikeball?
We do.
And how did that happen?
Their rights were completely expired.
So you just reclaimed them?
The trademark, yes. There was never a patent.
Has it ever been contested now that it's successful?
No, and we actually did get a utility patent.
There's some guy that's going to be watching this going, oh my goodness. You mentioned, obviously, that it's a sport. Where can you take it? How big can it be?
It can be huge. So we've got a governing body called USA Spikeball. So we have tournaments all over the country.
How many tournaments are being played?
We'll have about 100 tournaments this year.
And you charge them?
It's loosely a freemium model. We also sell memberships.
And how did you...
Wait, he sells memberships. Tell us about that.
Yes, so you can buy a, quote, baller membership on USA Spikeball.
Say that.
Baller.
Are you all ballers?
Mark's word.
Ballers, baby, in the house.
What's the demographic? What's the average age?
18 to 24 male is our sweet spot.
What does one cost?
$59.99 plus shipping.
Can I go to a toy store and buy it?
Some toy stores, yes. We're focusing more on sporting goods stores. We've been around about 6 years. The first 5 years, pure e-commerce.
Chris, how many units are you selling a year?
This year we've sold 29,000 units.
And how much do they cost to make?
A little over $14 a unit.
So last year, your total gross sales?
$1.4 million.
And this year you expect it to be around
between 3.2 and 3.5.
And you've got to be killing it then because it's all margin. So what are you netting at the bottom line?
So last year we netted, I want to say about 170, 180 grand.
Why so little?
Retail's growing like crazy. So our e-commerce business is good, but retail is really eating in.
So how much are you paying yourself?
My salary? $175.
There you go. Okay, that looks it up. Good for you.
Can I go back to one thing, just the price?
Sure.
Can you get your cost down from $14? Have you
Absolutely.
tried that? Where do you think it could go to?
I'd love to get down to the $10 range.
Chris, what are you going to use the money for?
Working capital. We're starting to get really, really big orders from really big retailers.
How big? From who? For what?
The biggest we work with is Dick's Sporting Goods. We've got POs for 10,000 units to ship.
Have you done any tests with them to see how it sells through the store?
Yeah, our initial test was 100 stores.
You started your test how long ago?
2 months ago.
Did they take it to more stores each time?
We're in 250 now.
So wait, in 2 months you've gone from 100 to 250?
Yes.
And just in that brown box. I mean, that was your, can I see the box?
So probably word of mouth is getting out there. Let's call it a, not a toy business, but it's a sports.
Amen.
You're good not to sell it. Do not sell it in toy stores because you have to protect your brand, and as soon as it shows up there, you're just
Would you sell it at Walmart if they asked you?
Maybe.
Okay, so dude, so GoPro.
Huge fan.
We do extremely well at Walmart.
Got it.
Right?
All right. This is the expertise I need.
I would not shy away from that opportunity.
If you actually achieve your goals this year, you'll do about $320,000 to $50,000 pre-tax.
Yep.
You're asking me to pay 20 times your cash flow for a ball and a net.
Ball and a net. That's kind of like calling your baby ugly. I mean, I love this. It's a little more.
He just called your baby ugly.
Look, I think the business is worth about 7 times the cash flow. It's worth about $2.5 million. That's what I think. Would you do a deal with a value like that on it?
No, I think that's discounting it way too much. We have
let's
6
see
years.
If you can. I'm going to sit back and watch and see how enthusiastic another shark might be.
I think it's very clever.
Thank you.
I think it's very interesting what you've done, but not often do I say I can't see my way to the valuation, but here is one of these where it's like, I don't see it.
All right.
For that reason, I'm out.
All right, thank you, Larry.
I'd say you've got a great opportunity to cost reduce this thing. I wouldn't be too hung up on your $60 price point.
Okay.
Especially as you move into larger retailers.
One thing I'd love from you, if I may.
It's not something that I can personally get super passionate about. It's just not right for me. I'm out.
All right, thank you.
Look, Chris, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. When you walked in, I thought this was going to be stupid. If you would have brought this to me and just described this to me and said, Mark, would you invest? We're going to turn this into $3 million in sales. Dick's going to place an order for 10,000 units all within a few years. I would have said, step away from the bar. And then if you would have said on top of that, you think that's bad, we're going to have leagues.
Absolutely.
I would have said, I'll take what you're drinking. But you didn't, right? You're killing it.
Thank you. Thank you.
But, you know, I can't see my way to a $5 million valuation. I can't. I can't.
Really?
Right? I can't. I can't. I'm out.
Oh, ouch.
Three sharks are out. Chris only has 2 more chances to make a deal for his backyard game, Spikeball.
So, Chris, I'm impressed, okay? I'm impressed in your articulation of your business and what you've achieved so far. You've been very aggressive on the valuation. You're very, very passionate about it being worth a lot. And you've run into a lot of roadblocks already. All the encouragement from Mark, and then he goes out, that's just ridiculous. So here's the deal. I'll loan you $500,000 because this business can now support some debt. I'll take the 10% equity as a warrant for doing it, all right? The terms on the debt are simple. I'm going to charge you 9%. I'm going to work very hard for you to be successful because the 10% could be worth something if you achieve success. And there's enough evidence here that you've got a bit of a viral thing going on, which I find very interesting. So, what do you want to do?
I thank you for that. I'd like to see if Damon, can we have a chat?
Very, very, very smart guy. I have the same concern that most of the other sharks have. The evaluation is not spike ball, it's balls with spikes. You know? So here's what I'm thinking. Your challenge is making goods and providing them to the store, right? Yep. I'll give you the $500,000, and my agenda will be to take that pain away, which is starting to do licensing, starting to do manufacturing, and shipping to the stores. Mm-hmm. That would be what I would be interested in for 25% of the whole company. You'll be able to run the sports division. You'll be able to run the online sales because that's creating your sports division.
Got it.
Valuing your business at $2 million.
Yes. So thank you for that. That's quite rich. Would you consider $500K at 15%? We have got this snowball that is rolling downhill and getting bigger and bigger. We've got an army of amplifiers, schools,
but I got an army of amplifiers too that will help you. So that's going to cost me alone $200,000. That's not past